As metas evolve and new characters get thrown into the mix, one duelist has reigned supreme as the Queen of Ranked. Boasting a whopping 61% pick rate, you might have guessed it. That's Reyna. What makes Reyna so unique is the fact that your performance as an individual can make or break whether or not you win the game. Reyna highlights your mechanics and will allow you to single-handedly impact the outcome of a match based on your ability to frag. Reyna's toolkit's tailor-made for self-sufficiency, allowing her to thrive in high-pressure situations and turn the tide of any fight in her favor. Her signature ability, Dismiss, enables her to become invulnerable for a brief period, allowing her to outmaneuver opponents and avoid being traded. Her Leer ability allows her to blind enemies, giving her a distinct advantage in one-on-one engagements by temporarily blinding their vision. Additionally, her Devour ability allows her to heal to full HP with a temporary amount of shield. This lets her remain a threat, even after being tagged. And last, but definitely not least, is her ultimate, Empress. Although not the most powerful ult, it's by far one of the most fun abilities in the game when used to full effect. To maximize Reyna's toolkit though, you'll need exceptional aim, and that's where we come in over at SkillCapped. We take the highest priority skills to climb ranks fast, like aiming, and then break it down into a step-by-step course that's easy to understand. You will not only learn the basics like crosshair placement and clearing angles properly, but also more advanced concepts, like getting more multi-kills and repositioning. These courses have been getting 5-star ratings from users just like you, raving at how helpful they are. And that's not all though. Every week, we release 6 brand new VOD reviews, where Radiant level coaches teach you how to climb out of the rank that you're stuck in. And if you're looking for something a little more personal instead, well, we've got you covered, with our new one-on-one coaching over on our SkillCapped Discord. All this seems too good to be true. Well, don't worry, we're backed by a rank up guarantee. This means if you don't significantly improve while actively using SkillCapped, you get your money back. No questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below and get the rank you've always wanted. Alright, enough of that. Let's get into the guide. Reyna's Flash, although it might catch a lot of flack, excels at a few things. The first thing it is very, very good at is breaking the opponent's crosshair placement. There are also times where you're going to want to throw your Leer at the ground, and that's because of the unique way it works. It's actually technically a blind, and if thrown incorrectly, it may be deemed completely ineffective. This is because if someone walks in front of the Leer, it no longer technically will be on their screen, deeming it ineffective. The Flash is also very good at masking other utility. You might ask, well, what does that mean? If you've got a Gecko on your team and he flashes, the opponents can quite easily break him. However, when combined with other pieces of utility, it becomes a lot more powerful. Reyna's next 2 main abilities are combined into one, and 3 of her 4 total abilities require a kill before you can do anything. When Reyna gets a kill, she has access to something called a Soul Orb. Now, this orb allows her to become completely invincible for a brief period of time. This allows her to play dangerous positions and still get out unscathed, which is something most other agents just can't do. The tricky part about her soul orbs are the fact that they fade very quickly. Now, the skill gap with Reyna, it tends to be knowing when to heal, dismiss, and in some instances, knowing to not even use an orb. This is because she can only use 2 orbs for the whole round, so you need to make sure that when you do decide to use them, you're getting some value out of it. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a position later on in the round where you need one to clutch up, but you just don't have one available. Now, the only exception to this, of course, is with her Empress active. More on that in a bit. You should use Dismiss after a kill to reposition. You tend to do this after playing in an off angle. An off angle is an unexpected position that's played in order to get a frag to put your team at an advantage. Although while dismissing you are invulnerable, enemies might be able to chase you down and kill you when you're in a normal state, so just be wary of this happening. Keep in mind though, if it's safe to do so, you should heal. Reyna can heal up to 100 health as well as a full 50 shield. If you happen to overheal past 100 HP, keep in mind it'll expire after 30 seconds, so try to take a fight with it while you can. This armor is very useful on pistol rounds, as you'll be the only person with 150 HP, versus everyone else who's at 100, or 125 if they bought half armor. During this time, don't be afraid to take fights. Since Reyna only has one ability without getting a kill first, it's important to communicate with your teammates for utility, to put yourself at an advantage. You can ask your initiators to dog, drone, or flash for you, or even ask a movement character like Jet and Raze to create some space for you to move through after. Now, this becomes especially important at narrow choke points on the map when taking space can seem almost impossible with just Reyna alone. This is going to be one of the biggest learning curves when you're learning Reyna. It's incredibly important for you to learn to work with your team and capitalize on their utility, all because you don't have utility of your own to sway the game with. Reyna very much is capable of being that raid boss kind of agent though, and her peak form is definitely when using Empress. When activating Reyna's ult, there's a time limit on how long it lasts. This timer will reset off of a kill, but make sure you activate her ult only when you feel like you'll be in a fight. This could be on retaking a site, defending a site, or attacking. You don't want to pop Empress carelessly at the start of a round, as there's a good chance the ult could fade away, and you could get absolutely no value out of it. While Empress is active, after getting a kill, you instantly start healing without having to keep line of sight of a soul orb or even clicking anything. And this is why Reyna is so strong for those with good mechanics. The other thing about Empress is that you have an unlimited amount of orbs, and as long as you're getting kills, you can infinitely reposition. You can also go completely invisible, unlike a normal dismiss, which can make it harder for you to be tracked while you reposition. Be careful though, enemies can still hear where you're going.
There's an alarm button, or something in garage. One push there, I think.
Phoenix. They will go. My ult ready. Last player standing. Spike down. C. One enemy remaining.
You can see during this round that Reyna decides to go on her own up mid. It's because her team already has two other duelists to help take the site with Raze and Jet, which is more than enough entry power on the C side. So since she's not needed to entry for her team, she's able to get value elsewhere by lurking. She decides to play as a Killjoy May show here and walk on front B quietly. This is effective as her team's making a ton of noise in the choke C. As she walks up, she hears Killjoy's turret placed in order to watch the space front B. To get past this, she pops her ultimate and takes the orb in order to not allow the turret to detect her. The reason the ultimate was popped was because there's never really a good reason to hold on to it. A lot of players look for the perfect opportunity to use Reyna's ultimate, but since you need to get a kill first to get much value out of it, it's better to just use it whenever it's available rather than trying to anticipate when a round might get hectic. Her team's already at a disadvantage after two teammates fell, and the ult could assist them in evening out the numbers. And even if she doesn't get any kills, it's not like it's the best ultimate in the game anyways. After dismissing past the turret, she sees Sova and takes the 1v1. Since she's in her Empress form, the turret actually doesn't even spot her, and she catches the Sova massively off guard. Then after the duel, she dismisses backside to reset and play out the round from there. Sometimes it's a good idea to fall back for a second after getting a few good picks, rather than rushing forward, since it's very likely the enemies are aware of Reyna's position right now and looking to trade out the Sova kill. Now, from this point, Reyna maybe gets a little too overexcited and quickly runs to go help her teammates over on C side. But after seeing the Brimstone, she quickly airstrafes towards cover to prepare for the next duel. Because she heard Brimstone had a sheriff, Reyna's Leer that she throws here is even more effective, considering he only has 4 bullets left, and it'll take 2 shots to destroy her Leer. It means not only will Brimstone's recoil be a bit wild as she swings, but he'll also only have 2 bullets to finish the kill, making it a very difficult position for him. Notice how Reyna throws her Leer at the ground so it pops faster, and guarantees the Brimstone's blinded while she swings. Reyna grabs her 3rd kill and progresses onto C site to finish out the round. At this point, she's feeling it and wide swings the last opponent, clutching the round for her team. This clutch was very important because if they lost this round, not only would they have to save since their economy would be destroyed, but it would also crush their team's spirit and sway momentum in favor of the opposition, considering they were on an eco this round. Seriously, just think about how much confidence you gain after thriftying your opponent. Some good Guardian shots and Jet Knives almost stole this round from our Reyna's team, but by using Empress and finding her 1v1s effectively, she was able to clutch out the round and bring her team closer to taking the lead. Next, let's take a look at how Reyna has the potential to take on an entire team with the use of her ultimate.
They're gonna be through garage. I'm not trying to take this fight. No, they're not gonna commit here. Make sure you're anchored.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Monster
maybe not.
on the
They're ulting,
loose!
they're ulting.
They will cover! The rush! See nothing. Adios.
One enemy remaining.
After being put to 15 HP early on in the round, Reyna decides to position themselves in an off angle in logs. Then they pop their Empress as they hear the opponent executing the site. She allows the Jett entry into the site, and then secures the kill that effectively puts her right back into the fight, as her ult quickly heals her back up to full HP. She then grabs the orb in order to reposition, as after securing the kill, her opponents are made aware of her location, and staying there would be a fatal mistake. She wastes no time and throws a high Leer, which allows her to secure the kill on Cypher, who's preoccupied with fighting Garage. After killing him, she dismisses and takes another fight from another spot, this time from the left side of backside. After reloading, she peeks a player who scaled from long and quickly dismisses. Now this dismiss was to prevent her from being traded by the enemy Gecko, who was the last one alive on the enemy team. After Reyna's teammate Sova's close enough to trade, they both peek the left together in order to secure the round, and her ace. What once seemed like a hopeless round for Reyna quickly turned into not only a momentum-changing round, but also an ace. Now this is the most iconic Reyna clip of all time.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god!
Now, this is the most iconic Reyna clip of all time. Jajamo, left in a 1v5, secures the first kill onto the enemy Reyna, pro player NRG Som. Now, keep in mind during this clutch, these are pro players in the game. Jajamo then quickly dismisses to reposition, but cancels it to catch the enemies off guard. This is a risky gamble. Jajamo's in the wide open right now, but the reality is, he's in a 1v4 still, so he's gonna need to gamble a bit to win the round. After landing his second kill, Jajamo dismisses once again to avoid the trade from Jett, and ducks into the now falling Viper's Pit. Although Viper's Pit is now fading, Jajamo has a brief second of cover he wants to take advantage of. Once again, if he takes the full duration from dismiss and tries to reposition, these players will likely just chance him down and fight him all at once. Although this clip is wild, we want you to take note of how Jajamo is still expertly finding 1v1s even in such close quarter areas. Seeing as how he has the element of surprise on Killjoy, Reyna exits her dismiss once again and lands the third kill in this ridiculous clutch. But it's not over though. Now that they're in a 1v2, Jajamo quickly dismisses once more to avoid yet another trade and repositions towards cover on site. Now you'll notice the enemy Jett does exactly what we were afraid of happening before the Killjoy kill. He chases Reyna down during their dismiss and nearly shorties him for the kill. These shorty shots drop Reyna all the way down to 20 HP, nearly ending the round. But due to the heal from Empress, he barely survives, allowing for the fourth kill in the clutch. Jajamo then takes the final soul orb and uses it to close the distance on the final player. The key part of this last kill is how Reyna uses their movement to jump in the air. Their Vandal's out of ammo, but one advantage the Classic has over the Vandal is that it's a highly mobile weapon. By jumping out of his dismiss, Jajamo makes it incredibly difficult for Skye to track, and Reyna is able to land 2 swift right clicks to clutch out this unbelievable round. If Jajamo took just 1 second longer on any of these kills, or misstepped even slightly, he would have instantly been killed, ending the round. But due to his incredible experience and skills on the agent, he was able to expertly find the perfect fight for every single situation and clutch out the round. This is peak Reyna gameplay. Her full potential shines here, and with this 1v5, the opposition's confidence was fully crushed. This is the power of a truly dominant Reyna. This was just a glimpse of what we have to offer though. Over at SkillCapped, we've got you covered with dozens of tailor-made courses that'll teach you everything you need to know about climbing in Valorant. We'll teach you everything you need to know about mastering your mechanics so you can start playing at an immortal level in no time. Along with this, we also upload tons of VOD reviews every week that our coaches record from looking at players just like you. So rather than paying for just one $200 coaching session on another platform, you can get access to hundreds of sessions for just a few bucks. Not only that, but our coaches are also at the ready in our Discord to take a look at your gameplay and tell you exactly what your issues are, if by chance you don't find value from all the other things we offer on the site. Use the link below for a discount on your purchase today. Other than that, we here at SkillCapped want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.